You want to identify yourself for us?
Lieutenant Andy Neiman, LAPD Media Relations.
Okay. And Lieutenant, can you take us through briefly what the timeline was, what exactly happened last night?
A little after 11 o'clock last night, our 911 system received a call from a gentleman who stated that his wife or girlfriend was an employee here at the Nordstrom Rack, and she advised him to call police, tell them that two males armed with guns had just walked into her store at the Nordstrom Rack. At that point, officers were dispatched from Pacific Division. First unit on scene responded, and as they were approaching the location, they observed a male black exiting the store. They attempted to make contact with that individual, and when that individual looked at the police, he immediately turned and ran back into the store, which is sort of unusual when somebody is beckoned by the police. So that raised their suspicion that this was probably a good robbery call or something was amiss. They requested additional resources, additional units, and a short time later they saw a second suspect coming out of the exit. This time that suspect was walking with a female, and again, when that suspect saw the officers, he grabbed the female and forced her back into the Nordstrom. So at that point the officers were pretty certain that we had a hostage situation, something that was very dangerous, and at that point requested SWAT to respond, which is very common in all of our hostage situations. SWAT responded. Containment was established around the mall as quickly as they could, and then around 2 a.m. SWAT made entry into the Nordstroms. And part of the reason, the rationale that they made entry so quickly, was there was concern that we had additional hostages inside the store. We had received information throughout the response that several employees had not reported to their loved ones or family after their shift, and they were not responding to cell phone calls. So we believed we had a number of individuals who may be held against their will inside the store. The SWAT entered. They conducted a systematic search looking for the suspect and also for potential hostages. And at some point, a little after between 2:15, 2:30, located 14 individuals inside the store, all of whom were being held against their will. The majority of those were held in a locked storage room, 13 females and 1 male, and there were 2 of those hostages were also found in a nearby bathroom. They were rescued and secured and taken to a secure location by SWAT. 2 of those victims, unfortunately, sustained injuries, significant injury. One being a stabbing, although not life-threatening, still very traumatic. That victim was treated and released here at scene. A second victim was also the victim of a sexual assault.